Welcome back, you filthy exiles. So today we had a news post from GGG come out around the 3.26 league. Now, the speculation was obviously that it was going to be around June, and they had sort of then revealed that it was likely going to be around June. So basically, they've given a bit of an indicator of what's going on with this at this point, and I'll put a link to the post in the description below if you want to read it for yourself. But basically, with the Legacy of Frisia event coming to an end on the 23rd of April, which is what's that today, the 3.26 league will still be slated for a June release. So I guess that's a positive here for the latest news that we have, is that 3.26 is still coming on schedule for June. But this will also mark how many months since we've had a PoE league? Like almost a year, um, which is disappointing. But hopefully, this is just a symbol of things getting back on track. But we'll see how this plays out, and also we'll see if this sort of comes back as like a big league. I'm hoping this is a huge content update. Like, Settlers was an enormous content update, right? But this needs to be a really big league to be able to supplement for the fact that we have basically been shorted for 4 different or 3 more leagues, right? But basically, they're creating a free private league template to help fill in that gap. And means so like people are definitely looking for things to play at the moment. I know like the flavor of the month is still PoE 2. I'm totally invested in PoE 2 at the moment. But yeah, as soon as PoE 1 sort of comes back into the optic and we get a bit more of an idea of what's happening, we're probably going to start doing league testing and stuff like that. I don't know what build I'll be playing as a starter. I don't think it'll be Shield Crush. We might go back and do Lightning Tendies. Um, but we'll find out anyway. And the other thing is, like, now that we've had all like the old ascendancies, I feel like, I don't know, something feels a bit different about Path of Exile 1, that they could add something major in as a result of that, like maybe a few of the ascendancies that worked really well, or one extra ascendancy for each class or something like that would be really nice. I think that wouldn't be a bad addition. There's definitely a lot of cool combinations that came out of those new ascendancies. And I feel like with Path of Exile 2 sort of overshadowing Path of Exile 1 and Last Epoch coming out and everything else, we didn't really get to explore the full breadth of those ascendancies. It'd be really nice to just have a 3 month league with just those ascendancies. And also the player numbers were like peaking well, they were pretty high for that Legacy of Frisia. I had a lot of fun. And to be honest with you, I'm super keen to just be alternating between Path of Exile 1 and 2 moving forwards. And obviously we had Oblivion coming out today too, so of course I'm going to have to play Oblivion because, it's one of the most OG games you could possibly play. But basically, they also go into a bit of a breakdown here. So they'll be adding 15 private league templates for PC only at this stage, from what I can see, with up to 20,000 players in each event. They are then planning to have these templates available for a month, approximately until the end of May. And this will then just bleed straight into the release of the next league, whatever the 3.26 league takes the form of. A private league template means that you will not be able to add your own modifiers like you normally would be able to, so they'll be preset, and this is probably how they keep the cost down to a moderate so they can host this. They've tried to ensure there is an event for every type of player. All these events are based on Settlers League, so that's the baseline league. For players who just want to try things out with nothing too complicated, they have just Settlers. It's just another Settlers League. Idols, so basically the Legacy of Frisia Idols. Alternate Ascendancies. I feel like pretty much everyone will be playing Alternate Ascendancies, and that's just with the base Settlers League built into it. Necro Settlers, which was a reset league that they did after the Settlers League, it sort of stagnated, and that was reasonably popular for a few weeks. Shifting Stones. In each area, you will encounter a league mechanic that has been enhanced by a corresponding Atlas Keystone. These will change every 15 minutes. Like, it's not a bad idea, but, it's pretty cool for an event. It's, give them credit for that. For the Thrill Seekers, they've added basically a gauntlet mode. And there'll probably be hardcore players that play this just for the lols. And basically, so these gauntlet mods are from the most recent gauntlet event. However, they've toned them down. Some of the modifiers for Uber bosses, which are level 85 plus, so they're a bit more reasonable but still challenging. And they've just got a bit of a breakdown here, which, to be honest with you, I'm not a big fan of Gauntlet mode. I just like the base PoE 1 game, so I probably, if I'm going to play any of the... I don't necessarily think I'll be playing any of these events, but if I am playing any of these events, it'll probably just be the stock Settlers reset. or the alternate ascendancies actually, because I still want to play a few of the ascendancies. So basically, they've also created some new events for those who want to use new mechanics with some of the old ones. So, Affliction, free wisps trapped in the wildwood. Doing so will empower monsters. Yep. Idols and Calandra. They've got alternate ascendancies plus sentinels. They've got Necro Settlers and Beyond, and Shifting Stones and Atlas Invasion. So these are all like private leagues that they've put up for free that you can just tick the league and then invite whomever. Um, I don't know if I want to do like a Jorgen league yet for this channel, but if you guys want that sort of thing, we can have our own little dedicated community league. Let me know and I will set something up for this. And yeah, otherwise, let me know if you guys want a list of builds that you could walk into, you know, the Settlers League for, or even just like the alternate ascendancies, which is really cool. And I can do something up based on the number of different builds and guides that were out there. I still have some theory crafted builds that I didn't get to play because I just didn't have enough time with PoE 2 and everything else coming out. So we could potentially crack open PoE 1 and play some of those different builds. Super keen to do that. Hoag was definitely on the table. But yeah, otherwise, like, I think this is okay filler. I've got nothing negative to say about this at all. I understand the position they're in too. Like, it's difficult. They're trying to figure out how to balance two games. And I feel like once we get the next PoE 1 league, that'll start to set the normal sort of routine back in check. And we'll just have to play by ear, you know, as to how that all plays out and how that synergizes with Path of Exile 2. I'd probably say we're probably going to get 4-month leagues moving forwards. Would make a lot more sense than 3-month leagues. And part of that will be, you know, you have two months in one league, 2 months in the other game, 2 months in the other game, 2 months in the other game. And that would keep it relatively fresh. And from a production sort of standpoint for GGG, that's probably the best turnaround if you've got two different teams working on that. They do need to keep the teams separate, I feel, to be able to do that successfully. But we'll have to see. We'll just have to see how this plays out. But overall, this is all the information we have at this stage. I think they will probably provide more information close to the date. The other thing is we're probably expecting another big patch for Path of Exile 2, with a bunch of other content that they said that was coming into the game, in particular loot drops and stuff like that. They've been a bit quiet this week, mainly because it's a public holiday week, and that's fair enough. Like, you know, who of us are working on public holidays? Like, these guys are the same as anyone else, so it'd be crazy to expect them to, you know, work absolutely every single day on a video game and give up family time and stuff like that. But anyway, until next time, if you like this video, don't forget to like and sub to the channel. If you want to see a build curation for things that you could play in the alternate league or just settlers on the reset for this event for the month, let me know and I'll see if I can put something together. But until next time, I will see you guys later and have a good one.